amazing thing about John Bonham that obviously I wasn't aware of at that time. Nobody was aware of it. It was the fact of how inventive he was and just how forward-thinking he was with the drums, apart from the fact that he made drums sound like drums as well. You know, and he played them. He's the loudest drummer that I've ever played with, and the most incredible thing was that he just used his wrists. You know, it wasn't all this arm smashing, it was just his wrists. And that really is quite something. That's the reason why we started to get big amplifiers, so we could hear ourselves.
Zeppelin's first European tour took them to a Danish TV studio, where they encountered a woman who nearly stopped their ascent dead in its tracks.
And it was Baroness von Zeppelin. And she was so overjoyed that we'd use the family name and all the rest of it, you know, it's pleasantries. And they took her out into the studio to show her around, you see, and suddenly she saw the album cover, first album cover, which says of the Zeppelin crashing her face. There's this almighty shrieking, and she came back in and threatening to have the lawyers stop the show. And all of this was going on right to the point of transmission. So, you know, it reflects in that show, I can tell you. Start picking up the violin bow and playing guitar with the violin bow. They'd never seen anything like that before, let alone heard what was being done.
Led Zeppelin topped the U.S. charts with their second album, an LP written and recorded on the road, using 8-track studio equipment that today would seem almost primitive.
A lot of the time I was singing on the same track that held the lead guitar solo. So I had to make sure that my had just gone before the first lick of the guitar, or vice versa. So it was very interesting. It was like, you know, it was quite adventurous.
In those days you had to get like tape machines and juggle with them, that sort of thing. But yeah, it was fun and all part of the thing, you know, the labour of love.
I'd like to give you every inch of my love. I'd like to give everybody my love.
Once we'd finished in the studio, and we'd done the best that we could there, and we employed the numbers into the stage act. But that wasn't the end of the story, so it was just the beginning. We'd make those numbers work for us. You know, we weren't content to just play them note for note perfect, as many people are these days, for instance, and even were then.
By the time we got to Led Zeppelin 3, there was something obviously very, very crucial about what we were doing, because we'd already developed so many different strands of music within a four-man structure.
I guess that's one of the key factors of why Zeppelin was able to go into all these different, new ground, or touch new ground within music. Because we didn't have to bother about sticking to a format.
Oh, I love you more. Yes, I love you, baby. Oh, I love you.
The last thing that we relied on was formula, and knowing that we were doing fine. When Led Zeppelin 3 followed the album with Whole Lot of Love and Heartbreaker and stuff on it, everybody went, well, why kill a perfectly good career? And you make moves, you had musical turns and twists to satisfy yourself. That's what has to come first.
And the record company would have liked just to have done something which sounded exactly the same as Whole Lot of Love with different lyrics, I'm sure. But that's not where we were at. Whenever we got together to record an album, it was always a summing up of where we were at that point in time.
But I tried. love.